This old guy DIY video has to do with the technique that I use to repair damaged plastic lawn furniture. In this case, the furniture was cracked by high winds. You can see the crack right here. And gladly, when you look at this piece, it's just this arm that's cracked. It's not a load-bearing surface. So I'm going to go ahead and repair this, and I'll show you how I do it. The first step is to take a drill with a small bit and make a series of holes that I can stitch up. And then after I stitch the holes together, in this case I'm using 150-pound fishing line, but after I have the holes stitched together, which will hold the plastic in tight, then I'm going to go over the top with JB Weld. But before I do the stitching, I'll grab some sandpaper and roughen this surface up so it will accept the JB Weld and form a nice tight bond. I just used a little bit of 120 grit sandpaper. I fold it in half. I just put my thumb on the back of it and just use it right there, just to make sure that this is roughed up to accept the JB Weld. Now before tightening the stitching up, I go ahead and run it through there loosely, so that gives me time and opportunity to pull these stitches out and tie my knot and do what I need to do on the back side. This is nothing a Boy Scout would be proud of, but I have everything sewn up. My knot here will be covered with JB Weld on the back. I'll show you what the front looks like. And this is what the front looks like, the actual seating surface. So now I'll JB Weld it, let it sit overnight, take another photo tomorrow. And here I'm beginning the process on chair number 2. So what I learned on the last chair is I initially started from the back side, and it looks like you're better off if you just start on the seat side. And I put this row of holes in first, actually towards the seat. This one's broken a little more. The lady who owns this lives in an area where there was some 70-mile-an-hour winds that kind of sent her furniture flying across the yard. But anyway, now I'll stitch this one up. Chair number 2 has been sanded and stitched. Now it's time to go to the back side here and tie my knot. And here's chair number 2 ready for the JB Weld. So the JB Weld product I'm using today is JB Qwik Weld. I find that the side of a Killian's case works well as a mixing platform. So that's my mix. I'm using that pencil as a mixer and applicator. It's been 24 hours and the epoxy is cured. So now I'm going to sand these areas on top. I'm not so much worried about the back side, but I'll sand it enough just to roughen it up. So then if the lady that owns these chairs decides she'd like to paint them, she can. And otherwise she'll just leave it black, but it should be strong enough that there won't be an issue in the future. Now I've accomplished what I wanted to. It should be ready for painting if she chooses to. And she can decide how fancy she wants to get with this thing at the end. So prior to fixing these chairs, I was anticipating a dinner of scalloped potatoes and ham made with 2 pounds of potatoes and 2 ounces of ham at home. Instead, the lady who owns the place says, "Oh, looks like you did a good job. I think I'll throw some beef on the grill." So this job is well worth it. Have a great day.